Thank you.
Ah,
Someone opened your room. I mean, so someone opened your door.
my door just, it's one of those doors that just keeps opening no matter what. Needs to be fixed, but hasn't.
Somebody's coming and leaving on that door.
Ah, so what degree of craziness are you in?
Perfect question. Yeah.
Is it like beyond the limit or is it inside?
I think it's beyond and sometimes it's inside. Yeah. Because sometimes I just feel to let it go. It's so intense. And sometimes I have some grab on it. You asked me about if I have a mentor.
Do you have a mentor?
No.
Would you like a mentor?
I feel it would be helpful. What is the mentor's purpose? Who can be a mentor?
I would say if being on both ends, I would say it's someone who you have good rapport with. It's someone who is detached from your life, I think. Somebody who has something specific that they can share that you want to learn. I mean, it's funny because I just loaded, I don't know, about 6 or 7 mentorship videos into the Metatron project. And so I watched all these videos on mentoring. So I've never actually studied it, even though I have been mentored and sort of mentored people quite a bit. I like it's, to me, it's the most special relationship. It's where true learning really happens. It's I'm in a call.
I might need to say that too. I'm in a call.
We need little lights. We need a button with a light that goes on.
Yeah,
that
air.
So people
On
just,
air.
people,
On
yeah,
air.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know about you, but one of my sensitivities is my hearing, my listening, which in some ways is very good because it can tune into music. But if there's little sounds that are irritating, it can drive me crazy, especially in a call if I think it's being recorded.
Absolutely, absolutely. The same here. Yeah, I can't sleep in a certain frequency of aircon in the background because it's driving me crazy. And Gino is like, yeah, because you're not grounded.
I'll show you grounded. Go inside my body for one night, and see how grounded you are. I don't think people quite know the degree of irritation that certain people put up with, and at certain times of the year, the month, the day, the minute. And I think spiritual practice, the whole thing about spiritual practice is to teach humans not to kill each other and to somewhat try to get along, right? It's not about this reaching God. It's not about nothing.
No,
The only
no.
thing is just so I don't kill you.
Oh my God, exactly. So what about mentoring? I need a mentor. What is a mentor?
So are you Are you sort of slyly asking me to be a mentor, or are you wanting help for me to help you find a mentor?
There we are. I'm testing you.
I'm looking for a mentor. I don't know where to look. I don't know who to go to.
What does it mean, a mentor for you?
For
Let's
me,
talk about this.
well, I guess,
What should I look for in a mentor?
well, I mean, I think one of the hardest parts is getting someone who is going to say yes, who's going to give enough time and attention in order to do what has to happen. I mean, the thing about, mentorship is it's generally free exchange. So it's different from coaching. So, there's quite a lot to be gained by finding some person who's has something and then getting all that time and attention, right? I mean, the person has to want to do it in such like that. It's kind of like each sees something in the other person. And I think from the dynamics of the relationship, a lot can come from that. But it's a big thing. It's a really big thing, in my opinion.
Could you be my mentor?
I mean, the synchronicity, unless you saw that I posted all those. Did you see I posted those?
No, where? On your story or in your page?
No, in the Metatron project,
Oh.
the Discord. I
Okay.
don't think anyone's going in there. I posted about 10 videos on awakening, but
I was there 2 days ago. I was a really good. I was trying to be a really good student, and here is this Metatron, so I tried to catch up, and but no, I didn't see that. Sorry to, but I'm gonna check it now. Which part? So the Metatron.
there should there should be in the, I don't know if it's videos or there's something that's a couple of words. I'm not quite sure videos, but sort of
okay.
learnings and something.
Okay. Discussion. There is something like discussions, general awakening, poetry, divine portals. Oh. Okay. Anyway, I will find it.
I mean, I guess since I'm in my insanity comes from, I mean, there's many reasons for my insanity, but one of the reasons is, having this massive body of work, not set up yet to teach yet, having just a few people knowing it's anytime I go into it, like I am ready to teach. I mean, there's, once I turn on, it is coming out. And I just have so much work to do in terms of making a manual and getting things ready. So to me, there would have to be some sort of exchange. Doesn't have to be money, but there has to be some sort of shared value in terms of work.
Tell me.
I'm
ready for that.
Yeah. And it might be that, because I think we both need money, that as whatever is produced through this, that we can have some sort of shared collaboration in terms of working on projects, let's say with other people who are going to pay us money, right?
That's what I'm looking for. Tell me more about synchronicity.
Well, I just know there's a lot of people like us that are very broke, and I have the engine to change that completely. But I have to, to me, we have to be able to go from zero to, healthy lifestyle. And having, the freedom of doing what the frick you want with the money that you fricking made yourself because you're freaking great, right? and you're working out of your laptop or whatever, but you're mobile and you got the pieces of the puzzle to make the big bucks, right? It's like we're both missing the container. It's like the skills are there, the talent's there, but it's just frustration dealing with an old paradigm and all that freaking business shit and the agreements and all the accounting and all that bullshit that drives me freaking crazy. So part of this is building the team and starting to get people on board, kind of, right?
Yeah, I'm on board.
Okay, she's on the ship.
Give me the pedal.
Well, I have a tendency to throw people off the ship, so we'll have to.
My father was a sailor man, so
Was he?
Yeah. Throw me to the ship.
Okay, how about this? I was just by synchronicities. Wait, have we made any maps yet? Did we do a 5 communication spaces map? No, we haven't, right? This is just second talk. Okay. So I'm going to bring up a map. Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay. So this is kind of like the first map, and this is the one that creates the boundaries, and what I just did here is I just put in a new value system. I had justice at community space, and I think that was driving me crazy. I had humor at group space. I think I might have been driving other people crazy. I had love at one-on-one space, and that was kind of driving me crazy. And wisdom at personal space, that problem, like the thing is, this brings to attention what you want to learn. And a lot of that time it's the opposite, right? If you want to learn about wisdom, be in some situations where you're being stupid or something, or other people are, right? It shows you what isn't there. So, but in the long run, what it's doing is it's creating a reference point for you to get that there. So if you have love at one-on-one space and you're not getting the love you want, which is essentially kind of, I think what I have, I'm aiming to have that. And so we're creating these primary conduits of our intention, of the values, where you are beginning to learn to program spaces with values. So if you look at this map right here and you get a pen and paper and you draw this map, the first exercise is going to be this map. So do you have a pen and paper?
I take quickly a picture with my phone and pen on paper. Yeah.
So, I mean, all you have to draw is like the personal space, one-on-one space, sacred space, group space, community space, and then the conduits. And if anyone is watching, you can do it too, obviously. This is an exercise that anybody could do right now. And what it's doing is it's creating 5-dimensional thinking. It's looking at these 5 spaces and saying they are specifically different, that you are going to be a different person in each space. And so this is beginning to create the multi-dimensional self and to bring in the archetypes, to bring in your different roles, to bring in the different aspects of you. Because if you're, let's say, a facilitator in the group space, that's different from being like a coach or mentor in the one-on-one space. and you're going to be using different skills, and you're going to be communicating in a much different way. And then in your personal space, that's your space where you get to be you. No one else can be you. Only you can be you. And that boundary is your real place of honoring your own self, that even in relationships, you can go to your personal space and it's just your space, no one else's. And I think what happens in a lot of couples is they're always in the one-on-one space, and they don't even know how to let people go into the personal space. And so they drive each other crazy because one person needs more time to themselves. The other person might not feel as if they're getting connected to that person in the way they want. And then the community space, that's the larger space we're all sharing. And that space has sort of been taken out. It's the commons. But I think the group space has jurisdiction over everything. There's these little groups that are controlling everything, and they've killed the community space. We don't even have a conceptualization of real community space. So this is bringing that back in and distinguishing group space from community space. In Victoria, there's one garden that's community space in the entire city. Everything else is under city jurisdiction, and that's a group space entity. And then in the middle, you have the sacred space, and that's bringing the sacred in, but according to your own worldview, according to however you want to connect to that, but sort of acknowledging a sacred space and the whole idea, because that's what's missing from society. We don't have enough sacredness. So how are you doing? You got your 5 balls and your lines drawn?
Yeah.
Okay, so now get a piece of paper and rip it up into 20 little pieces of paper.
Okay. Equal size, or doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Index cards are always good to have around. I like taking index cards and folding them. And that's a nice little sort of informational entity that you can use. So then when you have your 20, or you're going to write on each one of your values. One of the values that there's 2 real types of values. There's the values which you live, which you are, which, like, if you value honesty, you've been honest your entire life, you don't have to really think about it. And then there's values which you like, relaxation or something, which you may not value, may not be on your sort of list. And so you're looking at, what values do I want? And then what values do I have to have?
Okay.
This map, I specifically chose the place and the value, which is a little bit different than you're going to do. And I was just looking at my life going, what do I need right now? I need to make a big shift. And so any type of times you want to make a big shift, change your value system. And these value systems are actually their configurations. Like, even if you change one of the values and brought another value in, the configuration would change. So what we're looking to do is to find the right configurations for ourselves and for our clients and for our allies or whoever we're working with. The whole idea is like value centered first before building out your information system. How are you doing? Can you come up with 20, or is that too much? Or
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check.
For anyone also watching, there's a card set called the Conscious Communication card set, which has 100 values in the card set that you can use.
Okay, I have 10 already.
Do you want me to start reading some off for you? Do
Sorry?
you want me to start reading some values off?
Yeah. So health.
No, you don't give me yours. I'll give you some
Oh.
if you want.
Oh, oh,
Like the
so-
cards. I'll just go through the cards
Okay.
quickly.
Okay.
So awareness, chaos, temperance, harmony, achievement, intimacy, goodness, authenticity, expansion, accuracy, charisma, dullness, inclusion, duty, faith, unity, truth, wildness, organization, honesty, acceptance, responsibility, enthusiasm, diversity, order, mercy, balance, cleanliness, quantity, privacy, discovery, quality, life, simplicity, prudence, imitation, honor, accountability, purity, innovation, cooperation, stealth, gratitude, glamour, joy, freedom, caring, pressure, humor, initiative, leverage. Am I going too quick? Trust, justice, detachment, hope, complexity, equanimity, forgiveness, conformity, generosity, compassion, intelligence, divinity, thrift, independence, clarity, relaxation, love, humility, concentration, imagination, profit, integration, focus, globalization, courage, braveness, brilliance, habit, tolerance, flexibility, kindness, worship, learning, respect, sustainability, understanding, commitment, ruthlessness, resilience, safety, eloquence, loyalty, practicality, inspiration, happiness, beauty, integrity, passion, consistency, and excellence and adaptability. That's a lot of words. Did that help or make it worse?
I just realized that I didn't use sort of challenging expressions like chaos. Chaos is super important to have, but I'm trying to avoid chaos all the time. And when I'm going through a chaotic phase, I always realize that I just need to surrender.
Mm.
It's always hard,
Mm.
very hard. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
So you've got it, okay?
Yeah.
So now turn all the cards, the pieces of paper over and sort of shuffle them around a bit so you can't see where one is.
Mhm.
And now on a piece of paper, another piece of paper, write your intention. So we're looking at the next year, and it could be to create financial sustainability, could be to find the love of my life, could be to, we're going to have goals in each one of these spaces. So those are going to be your bigger goals, but this is just your general intention. That's kind of like the underlying intention for this whole reading.
Okay.
Okay. What's your intention?
Financial stability in the space of my highest purpose.
Excellent. Very nice. Excellent. And very good. I like it. Okay, so now on your map, choose 5 of the values that you don't know. You set the intention. And so now place 1 in each of the spaces.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so we get the big drum roll. What you got in the personal space?
Personal space, health.
Health. Wow, same as I got. That'd be funny if you did the same as I got in each one. Oh, wait 1 sec, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What do you have in the 1-on-1 space?
I have shelter.
Oh, shelter.
Shelter.
Okay. Shelter. Okay. What's in your group space?
Forgiveness. Oh my God.
All those son of a bitches. There's no way I'm forgiving you. What do you got at the community space? There's that door.
Oh. Me time.
Okay. You're going to be the person in the corner with your book.
And you have to forgive me about that.
Yes. Okay, what you got in the middle? Sacred time.
Oh my God. Chaos.
Oh, great. I knew that was going to come in.
It's your fault.
You can't escape these things.
Oh yeah.
That's the bitch about divination. They're just like, nobody gets off the hook. Nobody. Okay, so now go through each one and tell me what it means.
So in the personal space, the health, I just need to be healthy. If I'm not healthy in my body, in my mind, in my emotional relations with my own self, I just can't operate.
Okay, I'm going to ask you.
What's
Sorry.
What's inside is outside. I'm projecting my inner world wherever I go, whatever I do.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, and I just want your intuitive answer between the numbers 10 and -10. So at what state in terms of your health are you at right now?
5.
5. Okay. Okay, so what about shelter at 1-on-1 space?
Shelter means that we are in a one-on-one setup, can feel safety as if we are in a shelter. We can be anywhere physically, but in a one-on-one space, we have our own sacred bubble. And that's our shelter together.
Anything else about your own particular shelter?
My particular shelter is the space of language based on the value of the language, heart-centered. It's the connection of the mind and the heart. So on the door of my shelter, I have these words, mind and heart. That's it.
Do you actually have on your front door or your bedroom something with mind and heart on, or this is like an image kind of thing?
It's an internal, it's an invisible door. And my body is my shelter, actually. My body is my shelter. And yeah, and wherever I take my body, I take this.
Okay. Where are you from a -10 to a 10 in terms of where, like, what rating would you give that?
0.
0, neutral. Okay.
Yeah. It's a very positive 0. It's the 0 of the beginner's mind.
Oh, nice.
It's a good 0. It's like, yeah, finally, it's 0. Let's begin.
Back to the start.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. Forgiveness. Get the group.
Yeah, that's really something which is continuously happening in the spaces where I connect with people all around the world. Me as a sort of a psychic person, an intuitive person, I can sense and feel the energy of the other person, and also who is absolutely hooked into different layers of realities. I'm practicing. I mean, I'm not practicing, it's just happening with me. It's just unconsciously happening with me that I'm doing lucid dreaming. And whoever I meet, I can download the essence of that person, of that individual. And it's like when I first did when I did my meditation for the first time in my life, like 20 years ago, I saw myself as a black and white energy, and in the middle I experienced myself as a burning sword, like the sword of truth. So it seems like that I bring this glasses with me wherever I go, whoever I meet. I see the black and white, and I can see the truth of that person. So I really need to work on the forgiveness part with myself too.
Well,
In my inner group space too, because it seems like that I'm one person, but I'm a multiple layer of persons.
the old 100 entities in the person trick. You're bringing the party to the party. So I guess, so if somebody's not being authentic, if someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or if someone's full of shit, it don't go over too well, and you're probably, you got some that's not going to work here. So people have to trust you with your feedback and or they even have to ask, because most of the time they probably don't even know that you're doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that can also, I mean, if you're in a group call and you're seeing entities that coming out of everybody, it's not so easy. Excuse me, what about that green thing around her head?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It was so hilarious. We had a call with a few people, and there was this amazing intuitive healer person, and he was like, he told to a person that, oh, in a very gentle voice, this is how he speaks. May I ask you to remove that entity from your chest area? It's a very greedy person. Could you please remove that? Thank you.
How do you do that? That's in my next class. It'll cost you $200. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The forgiveness -10 to +10.
We are getting there, close to 0, so it's -3.
Oh, I knew a minus was coming in. Mine would be about -20. So I've got a thing with groups, man. Oh man, do I got a thing with groups.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
the mother of all, so I'm
Say
the
that
mother
again?
of all.
The mother of all?
Yeah.
Oh, one of those. Okay. So that me time.
Me time. Community space, me time. Yeah, how can be the space of community the reflection of me time? How can we be valued separately as individuals with our own me space in a community? Because that's the core. Live and let others live. Or live and let die.
Or only if they remove the entity, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So do you like me time there? Like, is that something that you want to keep there, or do you feel there might be something that might help you out more?
I love the me time there because it's reminding me the spaces when I experience high joy and like the inside can become the outside and the outside can become the inside when I do contact dance with a group of people. So it's like the you becoming the me becoming the you, and then us, and then they, and then we, and then me,
Everybody's there.
and then so it's super fluid. It's super fluid. It's like the water, be water, my friend. So it's like the drip in the ocean and the ocean itself. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the the essence. One is the essence of the whole. Me as a drip in the ocean.
Well, sounds like your score is going to be high on this one, I feel. What's it from
Right.
-10 to +10?
Yeah. 7.
7. Okay, you got some more unity to go, but you're almost there. The drop still has a little boundary around the droplet. Okay. Okay, chaos. Chaos at sacred space.
I would never think about that word. You just started to read the cards, and then I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, shadow, please, chaos, come reorganize everything. So I need to be able to embrace chaos, and I need to put this energy back where it should be, in the highest place of respect. I need to give back the value to the chaos. So please, chaos, come. I love you, COVID.
Okay, what's the magic number?
Phew. Magic number 4.
4. Okay. Because what we're doing is we're creating a baseline to see in the future how much progress we have as we move along, and chaos goes to -7 overnight. Can we change that on the map? A little too much chaos happening, because it does kind of, I tell you, this stuff brings stuff up, or the universe answers. Okay, so now I'll give you 10 minutes on your own. We shall pause, and you're going to write a goal for a year-long goal for each one of those spaces. Is 10 minutes enough, or you want less or more, or 10 should be fine, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I trust you. I trust
Okay, I'll be back in 10.
you.
Okay. Okay. So how was that exercise?
Back to the basics. Thank you for the opportunity. Wonderful.
Well, I remember, I don't know where it was, but some book on systems, and they said, where's the most leverage points? And goals and values were like at the top of the list. If you know a system's goals, you know system's values, you know the system to a certain degree. So to me, it's, kind of basics, right? Like, but figure out what the values are. And I've got a very unique way of doing that activates a kind of learning, I don't know, learning crisis, but it activates a whole higher level, I think, of learning. Because a lot of people are learning at the behavior level or the capability level, but they're not focusing directly on the values. They're not working. And do you know the 6 logical levels of thinking? Here's another map. So draw a triangle, draw a teepee, and draw 5 lines in the teepee. So the bottom line is the environment. The next one up is behaviors. The next one up is capabilities. Next one up is values. Next one up is identity. And the top one is vision. And this is called the 6 logical levels of thinking. And it's by Robert Dilts, who is within the, what do you call it? God, I can't even remember the name. That's not good. Anthony Robbins brought it out. These Bandler and Grinder, they modeled the top 3 therapists, and they found out all their little techniques. And then Tony Robbins used that within his program that did so well. And this Jay Abrams marketed him, and NLP. So
Cool.
NLP is quite well known as one of the biggest communication kind of technologies. Some great stuff in there. So this map, as I said, like the values level is controlling capabilities, behaviors in the environment, right? And so a lot of people are learning at behaviors and capabilities level, but they're not learning at the values level. And so to me, when you shift at the values level, you affect the levels below it. Not necessarily the environment, but it's a great map. It's the best map I've found for values, because there's a lot of different maps that have values on it, but this gives I think the right levels. And then I remember in the Hindu tradition, they have the level above values within their tradition is discernment. And so to me, discernment is when you're at the level of discernment, you're discerning your values, you're discerning the other people's values, you're at a higher level, and you're distinguishing what are the values and what values being exchanged in the moment. And so discernment is a value, but it's sort of placed at a higher level. And from there, if you really have it, you see the world, quite a bit differently. That if someone's just trapped at the behavior level and they're just thinking about behaviors and that's it, which I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, it's the leather of Hermes Trismegistus.
The what?
Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus.
What's that? Huh? I can't even pronounce that name. So you have a better model?
No, it's like I don't have a model. It's just what I said earlier, that what's inside will gonna be projected to the outside, right? So what's in my vision, based on my identity and values and capabilities, I will act. It's gonna be my behavior. And then I project that into my environment. I'm creating my own environment. This is my own personal pyramid. And Hermes Trismegistus, the ancient guy, the Greek guy, you know him. Hermes Trismegistus.
Oh, Hermes.
Hermes. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my English.
No, it's just my pronunciation is probably wrong. So I mean, you're probably saying it right. That's why I don't understand it.
I'm just a Hungarian girl.
Ah. Hey, do you know, I had a reading done once, kind of like this angel reading, and they tell you like what sort of what mask you're connected to, and few different things, but one of it said was cities on the planet where you would do well, and mine was Budapest.
Whoa.
Of all the cities in the world,
Hello. Synchronicity.
Ah. Why
Okay.
are you from Budapest?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah. So
Interesting.
the avenue of that energy is coming to you through me, right?
Okay.
Right?
I'll open up. Little chaos coming in. Little chaos coming in. Okay, so let's quickly go through the goals. So what's your goal at personal
Yeah.
space?
Let me turn off my camera. Can you see me? Because
I can.
can see myself as a frozen statue.
I can see you.
Okay. So my personal space, I would like to become more healthier. I would like to consciously practice self-forgiveness, and I would like to arrive back to my body fully and maintain proper self-care with healthy rhythm inside and outside.
Today and tomorrow for the next year. Above and below, inside and out. Sorry. I got to remember, don't mock the person's goals. That's not something. My coaching is a little bit, mentoring is a little weak. Okay, so one-on-one space. What do you got there?
Wow.
That's by the end of the call. I think I'll stop the mentoring right now. I think it didn't quite work out. You have a lot of problems. I see them all. Two entities on your eyebrows and can't even talk about the one on your chest.
Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So one-on-one, yeah, make the shelter visible. The shelter needs to be seen so we can both enter. Open the floor first and then build a pyramid. and just leave the door open and first make the door visible. Yeah.
Is this is this like the cone of silence and Get Smart? So are you serious about, like, is this a metaphor? Is this a vision? Or is this your actual bedroom or a place you're going to build a pyramid?
It's a virtual space. I want to do my I want to spend my life
In a virtual space?
yeah, I want to spend my life in virtual spaces, and I want to spend my life sheltered. I want a sheltered life.
What are you just gonna?
You're a bad mentor. You're a bad mentor. You're just laughing about me.
Well, I'm picturing you on the couch with this virtual space, and you've got this sort of pyramid around you. You're just like, okay, this is my life. I don't leave here. Hey, how's it going? Because you're having a great time in the virtual space, which I guess, considering how dull and boring real life is, I could see that,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so sick of that virtual reality, what we call as
Ugh,
outer world.
it's
Yeah.
dull. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I stick to my dreams.
Okay. Sorry
And
about
make
that.
it real. And make it real.
Okay. Okay. On
So
to the group.
community space, right? The
Sorry.
last one. The last one is the community space.
Oh, wait, what happened to group space?
Oh, group space. Sorry. Yeah.
And community and sacred. We're just getting through there.
Oh, the sacred. Oh, I forgot the sacred.
You forgot that's huge.
I forgot the chaos. You
You-
see? I forgot about the chaos again.
Maybe chaos at sacred isn't a good. Maybe, okay, okay. Group space. What do you got?
Forgiveness. So basically, this is why I'm here. This is why I incarnated in this life.
Oh,
I just need to forgive, and everything will fall into its original place. No attachment, no attachments, no past, no pain. Forgiveness, restart.
good luck on that one. Bad mentors. Badmentors.com. Okay, so was that a goal, or that sounded like a life purpose kind of thing? Can you narrow that down to the next year into something tangible?
Nail down to something. Okay. Create actual physical group spaces.
Oh, how many?
One first, just one. Start with one.
Create one group space. Okay, starting small, going big.
One online and one in virtual. I mean, one in virtual reality and one in so-called real.
Oh, okay. Like offline,
Mm-hmm.
real people kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not real, you're just virtual.
You got me there. I am an AI. An AI took over my mind a little while ago, and that's why I can't deal with things, because
I know.
I don't even know who's me and who isn't.
Oh my God, it's an honor to be in this AI space. Thank you.
Oh, okay. It's going well. Keep it up. Then we have little, imagine advertising walking down the street. Do you need a 5 communication space map? Yep, sit down. It costs you $22. It's going to take 7 minutes. Here's the cars. Go, 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 go. Okay, me time, community space. What's the goal?
Yeah, community space, the goal to create practices and let these practices organically create themselves. Just listen and let them emerge.
Do you know, do you know what? Maybe that's why I could be a decent mentor for spiritual visionaries, because I've been around them for 25 years, and words like that would drive most people nuts. But I understand that there's meaning there for you.
Yeah.
And you want to repeat that again? Create
Although we are
practices that
sitting, it
organically.
looks like that we are in a stand-up comedy.
Well, I guess we'll see if people watch think it's funny or. Okay, but create practices that organically reproduce themselves.
Yes.
Is that like lying on a couch and just the next day you're going to lie on the couch? The next day you're going to lie on the couch? That's how I would do it. This is really working. It's me time. And everywhere I go, I just start sleeping. It's me time. Look at this map. Me time, not you. Get out of here. Okay. Okay. So you want to tell it to me? What is it?
Sorry.
What's your me time goal?
You have fun. I want laughter.
Okay.
Yeah,
So me
here we
time.
are. It's happening. I wanna enjoy the ride.
Okay, I'm going to give you a tip.
Yep.
During your first contact with someone,
Mhm.
don't point your finger on their deepest wound. Okay. Don't look at it. Don't ask the question that brings it up. Okay.
Behave.
Yeah. And none of that. Wah! Wah! None of that either. Okay, so me time, having fun. Like, how about go have fun like once a week, once a moon, once a season, every
No.
day?
Oh, always. Yeah, I need to be able to wake up in the morning. Yeah.
But are you in that's your personal space. Community
Okay.
space is when there's actually other people around. Like in the last week, how much time did you spend in the community space?
I started to avoid. I started to cancel meetings. Yeah, I need a cigarette right now.
Okay.
Life is Life is beautiful.
Yes. Okay, so what's your goal to sacred space?
To learn to appreciate chaos.
Ah, and what was your intention again? Can you tell me?
Wait, hold on. I need to clear the the front. What is that? Yeah, where are my windshields? Ah, like, have you heard about oh
I
that's
thought we
funny.
changed the class, but you're frozen. I wonder if this freezes things more. I think that might, you've got a slow connection. I think that might freeze it a little too much because you froze up right away.
Okay. It's because of my computer or because of the internet connection or
It depends on if that function takes more bandwidth and you have I've noticed you have a slow bandwidth
yes.
because it came up once. So that possibility might exist. I'm not sure, but
My is my picture is still
you just
is my
froze.
picture view what you can see is still frozen? Is it still frozen?
No,
Okay.
it was a little bit before.
Okay. So have you heard about Gabriel Roth?
Gabriel, the dancer,
Yeah, the urban shaman.
the
I want to
five.
be an yeah, 5 rhythm. I did 5 rhythm and I want to be an urban shaman. I'm an
Ah,
urban shaman.
okay.
I'm an urban shaman, but
Urban
nobody
shaman.
knows that I'm an
Nope.
urban shaman. Just me and myself.
Ah, Okay, well, let me just get that intention for a second.
I lost my intention. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm in chaos. It's so chaotic. But I want to embrace this chaos. So I allow myself to sit in the chaos and just be with it.
You might want to pick up a piece of paper. There's only 3 pieces of paper. One of them might be intention.
You mean you want me to pick one?
No, I want you to find the piece of paper with the intention written on it. Remember at the beginning?
Yeah, I'm checking. Attention. I don't think I have that.
It couldn't have disappeared already. It was.
Did I ever have? No, I
You
didn't.
you didn't write it. You wrote it. I asked you to write down. You wrote it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't find it.
Is
Is that a coincidence? Or is it
okay.
a sign?
Okay, so what we can do is we can do another intention, and this can take its place, and it can be fine. And in the chaos, sometimes you got to adapt. Sometimes you got to just do it again. Because in every reading, there's always a central reference point that's usually a question or intention. Just so you know. At least within this methodology. I'm sure there's many other ways to do it, but so give me a sentence that would be your intention.
Okay. Yeah.
To create financial stability in alignment with your purpose, higher purpose.
As an urban shaman.
Okay. How much do you, when you dress up, how much do you go outside of the norm when you go out? Are you always within the norm, or do you dress outside of it? And if you do, how much?
Not a lot recently. And this is where I need to grow. I need to become visible. I need to be able to go out.
Because I think one thing about being a wizard or a shaman that I've learned is that the biggest fear is fear of criticism from others. That's usually what I think stops everything in anybody. So sometimes you have to jump into that to experience no fear, wearing whatever you want.
Yeah, I want my power back. I don't want, I just need to stay in my center and be able to go with it wherever I go, whoever I meet.
Because like what I feel like, let's say for superhero status, like when I go out and I wear a cape and I wear this Arab thing, right? I can go out anywhere and wear that. I don't know, I haven't done it in a while, so part of me is a little sick of the whole thing and what happens with it, because immediately, right, it's like superstars. They wear the clothes that they can go anywhere in the weirdest stuff, and they can because they're superstars. But for eccentric men who may not be a superstar, they think you're crazy. But but then they come up, you attract all the people that don't think you're crazy. And then, but to me, it's like when you can stand in, let's say, your uniform, or you can stand in that regalia, or you can be the shaman, and you're standing there and you're going, I'm the shaman. Why? Because this is how I look. And there's no fear. There's none.
Oh, okay.
That's a state to aim for.
Yeah. Thank you. Hallelujah.
And I can prove it. I spent 2 years with blue hair and a purple cape.
Yeah, you're my man.
In Canada. Now, believe me, like in my life, I've met 2 other kind of wizard types that were always in wizard wear, and they look, weirder than I have ever looked. And in Nelson, there's a whole bunch, there's a whole bunch that just, they're in Lord of the Rings, or they're in whatever they want. But to me, that's the future. The future is all of us have to dress as we want and get some freaking creativity, man. Like stop the jeans and the white shirt, like everyone, like when you go to festivals in Canada, that's how people dress, how they really want to dress. But then they go back to the city and then they don't. It's ridiculous.
Sad, miserable,
Yeah.
shallow, gray, matrix.
Yeah, to break free, we got to start like, this is who I am, and I love it, and I don't care what you think, but I'm going to bring your system down.
With love.
And
Rainbow.
a little bit of ruthlessness.
Rainbow.
Yeah. You can send the rainbows. I'll be behind you chopping down the idiots. Always idiots. So, okay, to finish off, first, give me a sort of how did you like the exercise, and how valuable do you think it is?
Oh my God. I'm in heaven.
Oh.
Da, 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 da.
Well, I like to hear that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. And how simple do you think that could be for you to do that with someone else?
You mean as who?
Well, as you, like, how confident are you, would you be right now if I gave you an assignment, I said, okay, the map you just made, whatever I just did with you just go do now with 5 people.
Okay.
As practice.
Okay.
And then.
Yes, mentor. Give it a time frame.
5 within the next week.
Okay.
Or how about when you get that done, then we can have another session.
Okay.
I want to just, what would you say? We could say 5, but maybe 7. What are your sort of like largest blocks right now in terms of what blocks you got to get through to get where you want to go?
A system. I need a system. This is it looks like a fun system. I like it. Okay. I'm so selfish. I just want to have fun. And it's awesome. I like it.
I used to be like that until I learned about spirituality, and then
What happened there?
Something. I mean, I was more spiritual before I knew about being spiritual. As soon as I became spiritual, that's when I mean, I always used to have fun. Always. I was always laughing, always. I didn't take anything serious. Of course, that probably wasn't that good too, but yeah. Anyway, what's another block?
Another block? What is blocking me?
Yes.
Nothing. Right now, I feel there's no obstacles.
No block. Oh,
Woohoo.
wow. I probably should have asked this before the map. Oh, okay. Map just blew it all away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, that's good. We'll keep it at that. No
Mhm.
blocks, except she needs a system. And I have a system for you. Da, 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 da. Take a map, do my map, give me money, 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 money. Money, money. Okay, I'm gonna give you also homework.
Okay. I already have this homework, but okay.
You got some more. Okay, I'm gonna give you some more.
Okay.
Write down 7 lifetime goals.
Hold on. That's homework. 7 lifetime goals.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you do we got to figure out a way. I'm going to invite you to this Canvas program, an online graphic design program. And I'm currently doing a lot of work in there. And then it's got an actual shared place. And so I can sign you up for free to, so it's going to, documentation is going to be big in terms of what has to happen. Anyway, so I'll show you what I got to do is show you how to make a nice map for the 5 communication spaces to give to the people once you've got their data. That's a next level sort of add-on, thing that without the map, I don't think it works quite as well. But then they got to pay for the extra map, right? Or you include it in your deal with whatever it is. That's probably the better thing. So you've got do 5 communication space maps. And again, sort of like, I don't know if you have a journal or you have a blog, I would suggest that everything we do, you want to record. Like this is part of a larger research project. And we got to be sort of, what divination readings did you get? What maps did you do? Those are the 2 big things, because you'll be doing lots of divination readings and then you'll be getting lots of maps. And so you might want 3-ring binder with 10 things, at least 10 things. And then that's the beginning of making the manual kind of together about things. And journaling's always good in the background. And then online reflections. It's nice, like to build a clientele. The more we share our story, the more people are going to want to duplicate what we're doing. And so what I'm passing on to you is what you can then pass on to others, but then add your own stuff in too. But I'm giving you a structure for whether mentorship or teaching or facilitation for coaching. Those are the big ones that can kind of use it. But it basically structure to run any job, any business, and any community, and then to integrate them together and fundamentally build something called a shared knowledge community, which is a larger business entity with 144 people in it. And so the people who learn the operating system, there's going to be people who learn the operating system versus those who don't. But the ones who are going to use the operating system, to me, it's going to create that telepathy, or it's going to create that shared reference point in language to do business together in the new paradigm. And so the people who get it first are going to be the people who teach everybody else. And that's where the income stream comes in, because I got no one trained. So whoever I train has got to be like a train the trainer. Someone who looks at this as kind of like, okay, I see the next 5 years, and this is going to satisfy everything that I want to do. And then the more that you jump on the train or the boat, then the more I kind of like share with you, because I find there's a huge spectrum of how much people how they learn and how they learn with me. How like when I had a teacher, if he said read a book, I read the book. If he said do this, I did that, because he was pointing me in directions of knowledge that I needed to understand what he was doing. But he essentially taught me how to work at a very high level of output, because he was, thousand levels above where I was. And one of the biggest things was just watching him and watched how he worked, and the sophistication and the focus and the accuracy. And, you know, I slowly, like, my work is, it's not, it's not at that level, but my teacher taught me how to work, like how to, he said most people rate things out of 3, and he rated things out of 10. So if you have a scale from 1 to 3 about, okay, that's, you know, your 3 would be, your top would be very low for him in terms of what bar he was looking at. And if there's anything, I've got, I don't know, 20,000 hours at least of abstract design of this whole idea. So there's a lot involved. So it'll take years. Mm-hmm. But when you get it, everyone who gets it, to me, you're just gonna, you're at a higher level, much higher level of thinking than the people you're going to be dealing with. And then you're going to get really irritated by communication patterns, because as irritated as you are right now, it just gets worse and worse to me. So that's a real good thing you can get from learning the system.
Thank you so much for the empowerment.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward.
It's like pointing to the Balrog in, you know, year 22, but kind of go, that's where you're going, son. Yeah. I think no matter what, like whenever there is conscious communication, you know, we're going to have to deal with shadow work. You know, whenever we're going into this deeper work, all of us have these, you know, hidden trauma patterns that are going to pop up at who knows when. And in this type of intimate relationship, you know, that's something which we both have to sort of acknowledge and understand. And I guess maybe an agreement to get through it. Like I have a tendency, if someone irritates me too much, I shut them out of my life. And if they're not responding to me, then I can cut them out. And it's not really a good thing to have, but in some ways it is. If it's not working, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
So in terms of, if I'm actually going to go in the role as teacher or mentor, or whatever it is, I just know that that's the breakdown point. The breakdown point is when the egos come to some, you know, ego battle, control mechanism, something like that, right? And I know from my point of view, I'm in a very delicate situation, because I'm coming in with a structure and the other person has their own stuff. And mine can tend to overwhelm that, or just like, or it doesn't even exist. And so it's like, who's going to learn this to go teach it to help others or do their own thing? Who's going to learn it to do their own thing? Who's going to learn it just to take little, like what I have, most people, they cherry pick. And even in the most sophisticated system I went in, they, you know, it was very, very different from this. This is the only way I think you can teach it. I mean, you have to have full attention, and you have to have permission to take someone through a process. And it takes a lot. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm if you're interested to learn, I'm interested to teach. And not to say that you can't teach me, but there is something specific which I have to teach, and I have to learn how to teach it.
Yeah, I can see how the two worlds can organically connect it and melt into each other, and it's gonna create a new entity and a new layer of spaces, safe spaces, through language and care. Yeah, I can see.
There's I don't know if Gino told you about the warmspace.io.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
It's like a video that brings people together to connect, and then they take them through a process. Gino introduced me to one of the founders, and they got something that's beautiful and something that these tools will plug into, I think, very well. Anyway, so over time, I'll start to share sort of the bigger picture opportunities that are there right now. Because
Mhm.
there's the work I'm doing to, get the stuff ready. Then there's the work I'm doing with people. And then there's kind of, it's like this, like I sort of, if someone's paying attention, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I pay attention to what's paying attention to me.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so
We are in the AI. I absolutely, I feel it. It's happened. Yeah.
is just to get some feedback. I mean, using your gift, because that's part of the exchange. I'm curious because how do you how do you read me in terms of within your own methodology of feedback? Or is that a whole other boat?
You're the wizard. You're the. It's like the tarot card, the wizard, the
Magician.
magician. Yeah. And so that card is that energy field of this entity creating his own wormhole and his own system. So let's dive into it. This is how I can see you.
Okay.
No past, no attachments. You are a pure and clear energy of the magician.
Wow, those are high and mighty words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm honored to be asked, and I think that I think we're going to enjoy it quite a lot. I see that we both have a decent sense of humor, and that's the key to the whole thing.
Roll it.
So I'll load this up and send to you, and
Okay.
then you have your sort of assignment to do. And so the next time we'll chat is when you've done 5 of those.
Okay. 5 or 7.
You can, if you want to do more, but and if you come across blocks or you come across a point where you go, I don't know how to do it, you can always just send me kind of messages in Facebook Messenger, and I can track. If we're in the situation, there are times where you need assistance or insight that's not in the session, and if you want to dive deep, then it's always good to get that info that you need at the right time. And to build up that, again, kind of teamwork of going, like, we can rely on one another, right? Like it's I'm not throwing you into the pool with no swim. I take this seriously.
Wonderful.
What was that? What? Oh man, I'm busy.
I need to sit on my couch.
God damn. Okay, so
Thank you.
I guess that's it for the evening. And
yeah,
wonderful to have this. And anyone watching, this is the start of a web TV show where we journey into the inflow matrix and learning about the new paradigm toolkit and finding out how to design your ideal job within all that and build a new paradigm through building shared knowledge communities and creating a whole new economic cell for us to move into the new paradigm together with an actual plan, tools, people, and purpose. And everyone has a unique gift and piece of the plan and part of the plan. And so part of my role is to figure out, well, what is it? And how do we connect together through language and then infotech to, again, build this new world? Because that's what we have to do. The old one isn't working well. So see you, everybody.